Hello students. In the last lecture, we talked about symptoms and also we discussed how to form question. For this week, we are going to start with this exercise. We are going to match the beginnings of the questions with the endings. The correct answer of number 1 is B. Number 2, what happened to you? The correct answer here is what? Is E. Number 3, where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? The correct answer here is A. Number 4, what about your shoulder? The answer here is G. Number 5, let's have a look swollen edge. The correct answer here is edge, isn't it? Number 6, you have had an X-ray. F. Haven't you? Number 7, anything broken? So the correct answer here is D. Number 8, you aren't on any other medication. The correct answer here is C. Are you? You aren't on any other medication, are you? Let's move to page 36. It is my job. Sandy McGuire talked about her job as a helpline nurse. I operate the telephone helpline on the graveyard shift, that is the one from midnight through to the morning. Although it is quiet and still in the streets outside, it is not so quiet in the office. The early hours of the morning are sometimes the busiest time, when the telephone never stops ringing. People call the helpline for information or advice, or sometimes they just need to hear a friendly voice. We talk to people who are depressed and worried, and sometimes in pain. Sometimes we get some funny inquiries. Yesterday, a teenager phoned because he had swallowed some chewing gum, and he was afraid he was going to die. We cannot see our patients, so we have to be very good on the phone. We have to learn how to do it because it doesn't come naturally. We have to know how to ask the right question so that we get clear and accurate answers. And we have to be able to speak in language anyone can. After reading this passage, let's decide if the sentences are true or false. Number 1, Sandy works at night. This statement is true. Why? Because we read in the passage her shift from midnight through to the morning. Number 2, her shift is quiet one. This statement is false. Why false? Because we read, although it is quiet and still in the streets outside, it is not so quiet in the office. It is not so quiet in the office. So number 2 is false. Number 3, some people phone because they are lonely. This statement is true. Number 4, Sandy only gives information, not advice. This statement is false because we read, people call the helpline for information or advice. Helpline nurses have to speak foreign languages. This statement is false because we read, we have to be able to speak in language anyone can understand. Now let's go to signs and symptoms of night coughing. There are many conditions that can cause a child to cough. Here are descriptions of 4 possible conditions that can cause a child to cough in the night. We will complete them with the words below. The words are coughing up, accompanied, breath, sounds, wheeze, occurs, make, get, are, has. Asthma. Children with asthma cough and wheeze when they breathe out. They become very short of breath when an attack occurs. Asthma means الربو، نوبة الربو. wheeze means الصفير عند التنفس. A cold. Sometimes a child has cough and a fever with a cold. A bad cough can make a child vomit. Croup. Children under 3 years old sometimes get croup. They have a sore throat and they wheeze when they breathe in. When they cough, it often sounds like a dog barking. Pneumonia. The symptoms of pneumonia are temperature of over 102 Fahrenheit, 39 degrees Celsius. Fast breathing sometimes accompanied by vomiting and sometimes coughing up blood. Pneumonia means ذات الرئة، الالتهاب الرئوي. أعراض الالتهاب الرئوي هي ارتفاع بدرجة حرارة الجسم فقد تصل إلى 102 فahrenheit 39 درجة مئوية. أيضا تنفس سريع وربما بعض الأحيان تقيؤ ونفذ دموي. Thank you for your listening.